Here's something that got away. It's a compilation album from the Style Council with an amalgam of singles, B-sides, special outtakes that was released after this band, of course, became pretty well established under the leadership of one Paul Weller, and Mick Tolbert on keyboards is predominant in the final product that reached your ears. And on my copy, because the number of tracks varies, I think on my copy I'm going to go through some of the tracks. Party Chambers, just over 3 minutes. It's got some vicious sort of keyboard work, which is sort of synthesized, that whips up a frenzy. And of course, as always, Weller's soulful vocals carry the song through. It's a largely up-tempo sort of song, and a pretty good opener to my compilation album anyway. So that's the first track on mine, Party Chambers. Next up on my selection is Mix Up, and this is a virtuoso performance by Tolbert to the accompaniment of clapping from the band. There's some tremendous keyboard work here. He sort of amalgamates the organ phases of the song with the up-tempo sort of jazz type style piano, and it's a real stomp. Instrumental as well. Perfectly appropriate, I felt, that he should have the front on this very much his own sort of song. Next up is Mixed Company. It's a continuation really of the instrumental prowess of Mick Tolbert, very sort of jazz lounge style, up tempo, with that sort of R&B tinge to it. I was waiting for a bit of a vocal, wondering what Paul was up to, but I guess he's quite prolific on the rhythm guitar and not singing. Track 4, The Big Boss Groove, is exactly what the title suggests. It really does groove, and there's some great vocals, including on the supporting vocal tree is of course Paul's girlfriend at the time, DC Lee, and Steve White on drums, of course, and Tracy Fawn. I'm not sure he's on this track, but she stepped in to support the project, and Richard Ashcroft is also referred to on WikiLeaks. But it really absolutely drowns in that soul snappy sort of jazzy groove, and it's certainly worthy of being on any album. And it was, of course, a B-side to You're the Best Thing, that huge hit that the Style Council had. And the horns are absolutely right in your face, and there's some great bit of harmonica from Paul as the track really ratchets it up a beat at 2.5 minutes in. Great track. Ghost of Dakar is next, and this is where Paul gives the full treatment to the horrors of the concentration camp in Nazi-occupied Poland, and he's tremendous on acoustic guitar. It's a very, very somber piece, beautifully put together, and it just reminds us that Paul Weller, even from his early jam days, was very quick at coming forward and making political statements about what's right and wrong on the planet, and here he leaves it all out there. Tremendous piece of work. The Piccadilly Trail is a sort of mix of sort of samba style rhythms and that sort of jazz style picking guitar evident in a number of jazz houses which touch on the great Stan Getz and all the others that attached with him, Charlie Bird, etc. And I think this one may have brought the attention of Tracy Thorn on this. Beautifully sung by Paul again. Just shows you how adept he was at going into new genres, considering his route was with that unforgettable punk band, what was their name now? Oh yeah, the Jam. Yeah, this guy was just starting to get started really on his career and shaping his ability to become almost comedian-like with the style of music, changing, forever changing from album to album. Beautiful. It's the best way of describing the next track, 7, the whole point too. A beautiful acoustic on the backdrop of that sort of jazz feel. Great vocal from Paul. Lovely song. Another strong political message in track 8, Bloodsport, when Paul lays out in graphic detail the vile pursuit of hunting animals in the wild for fun. He leaves no stone unturned, and of course there's his special style of acoustic guitar playing that enraptures you as you listen to the story unfold. Terrific stuff, Paul. So the penultimate track on this compilation album by the Style Council is a number entitled A Woman's Song, and it certainly has a huge female input into this song. It's sang by DC Lee, and accompanying her on delicate electric piano is Paul, and of course Mick on keyboards and piano as well. And sorry, I've got that wrong. Paul's on acoustic guitar and electric guitar, and Mick of course is on the electric piano, and it's a beautiful little touching 3 minutes at a genteel pace, and you can really sort of get a feeling of how together the three of them all are. It's got a sort of a romantic edge to it, and I love it.